nice. I know.
Okay, let's talk about the stats first. Here we go.
All right. Give me some stats.
Can you see it?
Yes, sir. I can see the Tannehill's numbers, and I can see the total. Looks like the total yards.
I wish I could have made it bigger, but that's okay though, right?
Oh, I can read it. Yes, sir. It's the three interceptions are concerning because all three were really bad. Two of them were in double coverage. The third one was a really stupid throw. So there's not a single part that you feel good about in that situation because if Tannehill doesn't turn it around, this is going to be a long year. That being said, it's week one and he can turn it around.
Can you see the card stats?
Okay, I see. Yeah, cars are in the bottom. He's the 305 and one touchdown, one pick. Yeah, he had a lot better game, and he didn't look great either. I mean, the defense held him to 16 points, and I mean made him kick field goals three times. So one of which was a long field goal. So they really had a. I mean, the defense played well, and Carr didn't play great, but he did enough to win the game, which sucks for us.
Okay, here you go. Here's the running back stats.
All right, we have. I see Henry that looked better. I mean, Henry looked good. Spears looked good. I didn't like that Spears got more carry or more snaps than Henry, but I understand why because they wanted to spread the Saints out a little bit. But the that's about what I expected on defense for the running backs for the Saints because they were really shorthanded at running back, so they were not going to probably run a ton or get a ton of yardage.
Man, and that was a rough game to watch though, but other than that, the special the special teams looked great. I mean, not
Parts
as great as we expected.
No, parts of the special teams look good. I mean, getting the opening kickoff to force a fumble and recovery was good. The punt block was really bad. So but we didn't miss a kick, so that part's good. I mean, there's good and bad to take from everything, and I mean, I think that punt block kind of didn't help, but I think there's a lot of things that could have gone. If anything had gone slightly different, we would have won the game. But I think at the same time, every unit is going to be held to a higher standard because every unit had issues, which is not good.
Other than that, it it was just it was just a rough game to watch.
Well, it was. It was a ugly game, which is what we thought it would be, and 16-15 is an ugly score, and unfortunately, we were the 15.
It's it's either it's either you're gonna come out and play a good game, or it's either you're gonna come out and play like crap.
Yeah, they didn't play well. I mean, three interceptions, and they only lost by one, which there's no moral victories, but I don't think the Saints are that good, but I don't necessarily think we're that terrible. We just have to get some things corrected and not turn the ball over three times, and we're probably going to be okay. That, and if they run Henry more.
I just I don't think they're that good. I don't think the Saints are that good.
No, they're not at all. I mean, when you throw for 300 yards and you only get one touchdown and you have to kick three field goals and you win by one, that says a lot about how not good you are. But at the same time, we kicked five field goals. So we moved the ball for the most part until we got inside the red zone. Then we kind of just got stuck. We ran the ball fairly well. Just Tannehill not playing great. Tim Kelly not calling a great game. And I mean, just all those things add up collectively to where you are going to have probably not a great outcome if those things all happen, which they all did.
Yeah, I was yelling at the TV when Tannehill was throwing those 3 interceptions. And
Well, they were ugly. I mean,
you know who had those 3 interceptions too? It was
yes, sir.
what was his name? Lattimore?
Lattimore's a stud, which I expected him to play well. He always plays well, and he and
And
Hopkins have had some good battles.
it wasn't DeAndre Hopkins' fault.
No, it was, I mean, Tannehill's fault for throwing into double coverage, and one of them just had a really bad tip where it goes to the other guy. But the worst part is about that not that it got tipped over, which, I mean, the bad part is he made a read that was really bad, and he should have thrown to somebody that was wide open instead of throwing into double coverage, because you have adequate weapons that you shouldn't have to do that.
Always we can hope for is Tannehill to come out and play a better game next week against the Chargers.
They're going to need to, because you're going to have another good defensive front with Joey Bosa chasing him. So, I mean, Joey Bosa going up against one of our tackles is probably not going to make you have to get the ball out just as quickly as you did today.
But other than that, I think it was just one of the worst offensive games played by the Titans, to be honest with you.
It wasn't good. And then you think the 3 picks were Marcus May, Marshawn Lattimore, and Paulson Adebo, all defensive backs. I mean, just not good at all that he kept continuing to turn the ball over. And you look at how their offense was. They had over 300 yards passing. Rashid Shaheed had 89 yards. Olave had 112. Michael Thomas had 61. And the first time he's really played in 3 years. Juwan Johnson had 3 catches, which we usually give up a ton to the tight ends, but they only completed passes to 5 guys. Of course, so did we. So, I mean, it's just.
We got a comment in the building, Titans Fox.
All right, Titan Fox. I think 3 interceptions on these men. There's good and bad with that. I agree that there's some degree of a moral victory. I mean, it shows that there's positives you can take from the game and think that if you can turn this stuff around and fix the problems that were pretty obvious, that this team could be good. But I think they're either going to be really good or really bad. I don't think there's going to be an in-between, because they have to turn it around like sooner than later, because this schedule gets tougher. They play the Chargers, and then they play the Browns, who won today, and then they play the Bengals, who are going to be good. I mean, this schedule is going to be tough this year. I mean, people say we had the 5th easiest schedule. I mean, that's based on last year's records. I think it's going to be tough.
I hear you, brother. That's those 3-minute drives were, man. Chris Olave, he was pretty good out there. I mean, Preston, you got anything you want to say on Chris Olave?
Chris Olave was good. I mean, 100-yard game. I mean, the problem was, so if you notice, they had Caleb Murphy inactive, so you had more inside linebackers active because you wanted to kind of keep the middle of the field covered. Michael Thomas was tearing us up early. Once they started getting him under control, Chris Olave started tearing us up because he was going deep. So ended up between those two, you had 173 yards and 13 catches, but you kept both out of the end zone. The only guy that scored for them, actually scored in the game, touchdown in the game, is Rashid Shaheed. But he beat us up, over the top.
Can you read that?
Yeah, the biggest mistake is judging schedule based off the records. Absolutely agree. Offseason changed everything. That is insane that they use strength of schedule from the previous year. I mean, it makes no sense because so many things change. I agree with you. I mean, it's when they said fifth, it's the fifth easiest schedule. I'm like, based on last year's records, that means nothing to this year. I mean, these teams that we play are legit. I mean, Atlanta sucked last year, and they look like they're going to be a problem. I mean, they've got a good defense. They've got a really good running game.
Question.
Yo, buddy.
You can lose. You can lose to anybody in the NFL. Anybody. Honestly,
Absolutely, you can.
I
You got to
would
take
say.
everybody. You got to take everybody seriously.
I would say you can easily lose to anybody, or you can go out there and beat anybody in the NFL.
Yep. Just if one team has a bad day and another team has a good day, I mean, anything can happen. That's with a one game situation. It's not like if you have, like in the NBA, for instance, you have a 7-game series, or baseball, you have a 7-game playoff series. The best team is going to win the series. But if it's a one-game situation, the best team doesn't always win, which you see it every week in the NFL.
I mean, it's not an easy league for the NFL. It's just.
No, there's no rookie mode in real life NFL.
I mean, facts. It's not an easy league at all.
Mm-mm.
It's the NFL is one of the toughest leagues in the sports world.
Yeah, it is.
And what's up, Ace?
There's Ace. Ace Penn in the house. He's checking in. Gotta keep him under control.
So, Preston, what do you think about my point about the NFL?
No, I agree with you. I mean, any given Sunday, anybody can lose or win at any point. You just have to be able to take advantage of the opportunities because it's such a close league. The talent level is so close from 1 to 32 that it's minute mistakes that can make or break the difference. The details make or break the difference between a win and a loss. A lot of times, one or two little things can separate you from having a winning record and a losing record.
It's not an easy league, that's for sure.
No, it's not. What are you doing?
I mean, I just. Ooh, Titan Fox. I'm gonna put your comment up there now.
Right. Let's see. Super Bowl champs. Lost things happen, and you can't get one game get you down. Now, I completely agree. I mean, it's one game, and especially week one is the most unpredictable of any of the weeks. So, with that being said, this week you're going to have a lot of weird stuff happen where good teams lose to bad teams, like the Chiefs losing. But the Lions are a good team, but at the same time, you just never know with week to week kind of what will happen, especially week one. Because week one, you don't know anything as far as because so many people haven't played in preseason. You don't know if some teams are good, if people fell off, or anything.
I think the Titans will do better next week, hopefully. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, well, this team sucks.
I hope no. I don't think they suck yet. I think Tannehill sucked today, but I mean, we're 1 week in. We have 16 weeks of this left. They fixed a couple things on film. They could look This team could look completely different and score 35 points next week. I mean, you just never. You don't know what you're going to get week to week with some teams like the Titans. I mean, they fixed a couple things. They're fine. But if they don't, and this continues to go south, then that's a different conversation. So talking next week about the Chargers matchup, looking at the receivers.
Hey, Preston. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna go.
Okay, Bryce, can you hear me, buddy?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. For some reason, my sound went out. I was afraid that it. I was afraid that
Hey,
I.
buddy. I'm gonna go get ready to jump on the space here in a few minutes.
Okay. Sounds good, buddy.
This offense is just very. CJ, I get your point, bro, but this offense is just. It can do better than disappointing. But other than that, you have to make the right decisions. You have to, or you're gonna do some mismatches with the offense. And there was part of that too today. There was part of mismatches on the offense and for
No,
the fact.
no, I agree. They didn't take advantage of mismatches. So, with that being said, next week we're also going to have some mismatches potentially because the Chargers have some good receivers with Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Quentin Johnson. They've got and Josh Palmer. You've got 4 good receivers. I don't know that we have 4 guys that can cover all 4. That's a potential mismatch. So I think that's going to be a tough challenge for them. But I think the Titans should be able to play better against the Chargers front and probably take advantage of them. What do you think, Bryce?
Preston, I'm not disappointed. I'm happy that football is back.
Me too. I'm happy too. But when you look at the Chargers on offense, they have a pretty good group. Do you think the Titans will be able to defend those 4 receivers and tight end Donald Parham and Austin Eckler, the running back?
Preston,
Yeah, buddy.
this is gonna be me and the Preston show on Sunday nights.
All right. I'm so excited.
I'm pumped.
I'm pumped. You're pumped. I know you are in a different way than I am, but you are pumped.
Um, uh, I want to say thank you for your time and thank you for coming on, buddy.
Glad to do it. Let's do it again soon, buddy.
All right, bye, buddy.
Bye, buddy.